video right there. Stop the video right there. Go back. Rewind that right now. Go back to the beginning and rewind that. Okay, put the new intro in. You know we edited that for out. Put a new intro in right now. Unbelievable. You stupid idiot. Hello everybody, Jordan here, and today we've got another video for you guys. And today we have a Boeing 757 aircraft showcase. Now this is a complete revamp of our previous giant, if you will, 757, because our last one was just... oh, that was really bad. Like, I don't know why people even praise that. Like, it looked unproportional. Some things were too big on it, some things were too small. Ew. Anyway, so we completely redid the aircraft in a smaller scale using blueprints and a bunch of other information. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty fun, so we can get started. Now, we made a bunch of variants with a bunch of liveries, so just a little heads up right there. Alright, now the first variant in the all-white livery is the 10X configuration with the Pratt & Whitney PW2000 engines with the smaller winglets that are less common. Now, the engine variant is Pratt & Whitney PW2037 at a rating of 37,000 pounds of thrust. On the 300, there's an option for the PW2040, which has 40,000 pounds of thrust, but we're not dealing with that right now. So yeah, now this is the smaller winglet variant that is used by airlines like Jet2. It's not very common, and we only made it literally just for saying, hey, we're cool. We made all variants. So yeah, now we can go around the aircraft, do some details. So here's the nose gear. Now we added a lot more detail than our last 757. So here's the lights and the turning mechanism for the gear and the hydraulic and all the other cool stuff about it. So gear, there's the gear bay right there, and the gear door. At the aft of the aircraft, towards the rear of it, we have the rear landing gear. Here's the landing gear, here's the struts and hydraulics for it. Here's the shocks, and actually a little fun fact is that the gear door is attached to the landing gear, so when the landing gear retracts, the gear door does with it. So yeah, we have the little struts that hold it up in place. We have the flap shack fairings, wings, winglets, and we also have the tail on. We have a SATCOM antenna as well as airfoil extensions for reading information and getting it to the aircraft. Beacon light, we have the gear door details for the gear bay. At the back of the aircraft, we have the rear exits, horizontal stabilizers, the vertical stabilizer, and the auxiliary power unit in the back right here. So yeah, pretty fly overall. But here's the cockpit. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. We have jump seats, door, circuit breaker, main panel right here, overhead panel, displays. This is the standard configuration with the display, analog display. You know what I found very amusing when I was doing the freighter version of this was that airlines that carry Lego sets have more modern 7.5 flight decks than airlines that carry people. What a freaking disappointment. Anyway, so here's the MCP of the aircraft, the seats, and a bunch of other things. We have the yoke checklist right here, throttle, FMC, foot pedals, and then the track for moving your seat forward and backwards. On the interior of the aircraft, as you can see, we have a much improved design. We have the jump seat with the little display panel, which can be used to change the settings of the interior. Exit right here, little galley, business class right here, two lavatories, R1, L1 door, more comfort, economy plus economy, and there's a little galley workstation right here. For the 10X configuration, this is what the exits will look like for the oval wing, and here is what the rear galley looks like on the aircraft. So rear galley, rear exits. The second configuration of the 757 we have right here is the Rolls-Royce RB211 variant with the 8 exit configuration. This also features the different winglets that are more like the 737. These winglets are far more common. Delta, American, United, Thomson, all of them fly with this. Icelandair, the list goes on and on and on. So here's what it has. We also have the scimitar variant, which has the, scimitar on top of it. Unfortunately, 757 is not certified to have a bottom scimitar yet, I think, so we're just going to stick with this. Anyway, we have a SATCOM antenna for detail. We have the exit in the aft. It's nearly the same thing in the forward section of the aircraft. It's just in the aft. It's a little different. Now, on the interior of the engine, we have the fan blades. This is where the internals of the engine are. Fuel ignition, combustion, all that stuff happens right here. And the exhaust of the RB211. Let's go on the interior right here. It's not much different. It's just right here we have a, if I can get over there. We have a lavatory right here, exits right here, and that's literally the only difference on this aircraft. So our first livery is the Boeing house livery. No point in showing the interior as it's the base configuration. Nothing special about that. And here's the Pratt & Whitney PW2000. So here's the fan blades. It's not much different. It's very similar, but yeah, here's the PW 2000 engine variant right there. No winglets on board this aircraft because this was a test aircraft. Now, a little thing about the 75 is when the first flight happened in this livery, it was with the Rolls-Royce engines, and the RB11 has changed shape over time. I'm going to put a picture of what the initial RB11 looked on screen. It's different than what it looks like now. So we didn't model that, so that's why we didn't put the very first flight aircraft here. So yeah, livery by Rowan, looks great, states Boeing 757 right there, and great job on the aft stabilizer detail. He did, it looks really well. I mean, that's pretty difficult to do. He did a pretty good job. Our next livery is United Airlines, livery by Mateo because he likes United. So we have the Star Alliance logo right there, decals for the post-merger of United Continental livery. On the underbelly, they have this bare metal shading, which is pretty cool. RB11 engines, underbelly, beacon light, gear door details, and the shading, the underbelly metal continues to the back of the aircraft. This aircraft is fitted with the Scimitar variant because United is starting to add that to a lot of their 757s. We also have a SATCOM antenna, American flag and details, and tail that was initially by Dutch DJ on the 737 but converted to the 75. On the interior, it's like the exact same thing as the base configuration, so yeah. Our next livery right here is Delta Airlines livery by myself. So what we have right here is Delta has been configuring their 757s and changing their designs pretty often. So this aircraft has two SATCOM antennas, one in the forward, one in the aft, PW2000 engine variant. Winglets, now I do believe they have some scimitars, but I'm not too sure, which is why I didn't put it on. Tail with the ship number on the tail, registration number, and then we have the nose gear with the ship number on that as well. SkyTeam logo, Delta logo. It's Delta 2015 Plus, which is why we also have the Delta underbelly text right there. And on the interior of the aircraft, you know, we have the boarding. This is business class for Delta Airlines right here. L and R2 door, Comfort Plus, and then regular economy. And that is Delta Airlines right there. Had a lot of fun making this livery. Our next livery right here is American Airlines livery by Taxiway, and I ended up doing some of the stripes and decals there, and Taxiway did the rest of it. So American font right there, and the bare metal chrome livery, and we also have the AAL, it's just the AA.com winglets right there. On the interior, it's set to the 90s to mid 2000s interior. If you've watched Home Alone, you can tell when it's in business classes the interior I'm talking about. So business class and then just regular economy towards the rest of the aircraft. So yeah, unfortunately this livery is no longer in service with this aircraft. Either they've all been scrapped, sold, or repainted into the new livery. So yeah, but we have the registration on the tail of the aircraft, and that's pretty dandy. Our next livery is United Airlines Blue Tulip livery by Rowan, Mateo, Andrew, and Miles, as apparently they had some trouble with the aft stabilizer right there. Now, here we have the engines with the blue pylon. We have a discolored nose cone because we were feeling creative, and that United on the underbelly. Actually, it's not. Never mind. But as you can see, United logo. On the interior, it's just slightly different with black seating like this. And then just regular economy. It's not too different, so yeah. Oh, whoa, what happened here? What happened here? Whoa, okay. Our next livery is Icelandair livery by Miles, and he did a pretty great job. He's completely configured the aircraft with an interior that's correct to the seat maps and looks great. Now, Icelandair was one of the first operators of the 757 to use the Scimitar variant, which is why we have it modeled here. He did a great job with the logo for Icelandair on the tail, along with the registration details there, and on the winglets. RB211 engine variant with the shading to signify the RB11 logo, and Icelandair text. On the interior, it's business class right here, a little bit of a wall frame, seating. Now this is business class all right here with the little, with the middle seat with like a tray table right there, and then regular economy in the back of the aircraft. Overall, pretty swell looking livery, did a great job. I love it, so yeah, Icelandair by Miles. Our next livery is American Airlines and their new livery made by Taxiway and I. So I ended up doing the aft stabilizer back here, and then Taxiway ended up doing the American text and logo at the front of the aircraft. RB211 engines, winglets, no decal on the winglets, but yeah, on the interior it's been completely redone to American's newest interior for the 757. It looks pretty awesome. I love it. So here's the American interior right here, and then they have like not business class up front, like economy plus whatever, and then just regular economy in the aft of the aircraft. So yeah, looks nice. Next livery is British Airways. Now, this aircraft initially flew with the original RB211 engine variant, but I do believe they ended up switching it out later. British Airways text right there, British Airways logo. We have the aft stabilizer livery, aft stabilizer by Dush, but I think Duhil came in and redid it because he cursed him out about the initial one. Registration in the back. British Airways had a nose cone decal on their 75s, and yeah, livery looks pretty swell. On the interior, I believe it's just black for business class and then all economy towards the rest of the aircraft. And this aircraft is with no winglets and has the 8 exit configuration. Looks nice. Our next aircraft is La Compagnie by Miles, and it looks pretty swell. He did a great job with the text. La Compagnie is a European carrier that flies their 757s in a full business class cabin, and it's very nice. So as you can see by the tail, great job by Miles, winglets. And also, a little fun thing is that this is in the 8X configuration, but it only has one overwing exit right there. So, yeah, just a little cool thing about the aircraft. On the interior, it's all business class, as you can see, just business throughout the entire aircraft, so business. Our next livery is Finnair, livery by Miles. Once again, this is in their older livery, and Finnair no longer operates this aircraft nor this livery, but it is pretty cool overall. As you can see, we have the Finnair design on the vertical stabilizer, and on the winglets, Finnair text up front with the blue Pratt & Whitney PW2000 engines. Underbelly's a little gray, and on the interior, it has blue business class and then just blue seating in the rear of the aircraft. Overall, it looks pretty swell, pretty nice, and it is a pretty cool airplane. Unfortunately, don't fly it anymore, but yeah, Finnair. Our next livery is Northwest Airlines, and this is in the livery before they got wrecked by Delta. So, livery by Rowan, he did an outstanding job with this aircraft, and especially on the interior. So we have the NWA Northwest Airlines text and logo that was iconic to their aircraft before they went out of service. At the aft of the aircraft, we have the Northwest stabilizer and registration with the American flag. Now, it's pretty safe to assume that a lot of their 752s, before they were merged, were fitted with winglets. So that's what we've got right there. We've also got the PW2000 engine variant and other. On the interior of the aircraft, Rowan really outdid himself. If I can get in, thank you. As you see, business class right here, and he also has a curtain and 4 exits, which was true to the real aircraft. Curtain right here, little design, and then the rest of the cabin right here for Northwest. Really did a good job with this aircraft. The next livery we have right here is Northwest in the bowling shoe livery. Now, this is one of my personal favorite aircraft and liveries to fit with the aircraft. Livery, once again by Rowan, has the very iconic American flag at the nose of the aircraft. Northwest text with the very cool decal logo right there. No need to show the interior, it's the exact same as the previous Northwest aircraft. Pratt & Whitney engines, no winglets on this aircraft because when it was flying in its heyday, it did not have winglets. So, Northwest decal on the tail and everything else. And the black line kind of swoops down, becomes smaller as it gets closer to the nose. So, yeah. Overall, great livery and great job by Miles. Our next livery is Battleship Gray, livery by Gamer Pigs. And as you can see, it has the Star Alliance logo. It's Battleship Gray with the nose cone. And on the underbelly, just like the current United livery, it has the underbelly is just bare metal. Blue engines with a blue pylon, as that was a United custom thing they used to do back in the day. And yes, United Airlines Battleship Gray stabilizer along with a very iconic livery. I'm not going to show the interior because it's the exact same as the blue tulip interior and there's no need to waste time, so yeah, Battleship Gray, great livery. This next livery is a full-on GG from Miles. He completely outdid himself here by doing the Icelandair 80 Years of Aviation livery. It's an amazing livery. I didn't even think it could be done, but he proved me wrong. So as you can see right here, Icelandair with an insane amount of detail. Just love how he used the colors right here. The winglets with the scimitar on top of it, the Icelandair logo with the SATCOM antenna. He just really did a good job with this livery. Just outstanding job. I love it. Just great job, Miles. I mean, just look at that. What? No need to show the interior on board that aircraft as well because it's the exact same thing. Next livery is Jet2.com, or just Jet2, because they feature the smaller winglets, and this is literally the only airline that is featuring it, so yeah. Here's the smaller winglet in action. Now, the entire interior is just all economy with red seats, basically. Jet2 text, Jet2.com on the engines, Jet2.com on the stabilizer, and on the interior, as you can see, all economy and red seats. Pretty nice and dandy. So yeah, and also at the tip of the flap track fairings, they were red. So yeah, very nice livery, and it's in the 8X configuration. Our next livery is Thomas Cook, and again, livery by Miles and I, so I ended up helping him with the logo on the stabilizer. It turned out amazing, I love it. We have the decal right there, the swiping up, the sloping of the blue, light blue underbelly. We have the text and all the registration there, thomascook.com, and more detail there. RB211 engines right here, and as you can see on the interior, all economy with blue headrests and black seats. And it's a great looking aircraft. Great job, Miles. Our next livery is Thompson or TUI. Now I do believe that they're switching all these aircraft to TUI. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Livery by Miles and this aircraft is in all economy and pretty much like black or dark gray seats. No real point in showing that because you've already seen what all economy looks like. One of my favorite 757 liveries and airlines. It's in the 8X configuration with the RB211 engine variant, winglets, and it says Boeing 757-200 right there on the tail, along with the registration, very iconic stabilizer with the logo and everything else. So overall, great livery by Miles. Absolutely love it. Our next livery is Open Skies with their 757. Now, there are many configurations of this aircraft. Sometimes they have the Pratt & Whitney engine, sometimes they have the Rolls-Royce, sometimes the Open Skies text is blue, and sometimes it's gray. So yes, now this is a fully, this is an airline that flew transatlantic flights with the 757, let's say like Newark to London and stuff like that. That was a little, I don't think it was affordable, but it was nice. So it's supposed to be all business class on board the aircraft. It's not, my apologies, the interior is incorrect, but that's what we've got. So Miles decided to put the Rolls-Royce engines on it. It has the winglets, British Airways stabilizer, and it has operated by British Airways down here. So overall, a really cool looking livery and really cool aircraft with a really cool purpose. Our next livery right here is Aeromexico, livery by Miles once again. Now this livery is long gone from service, but Miles had a lot of fun making it, as you can see right here. Pratt & Whitney engines with no winglets, and it has the Mexican flag next to the Aeromexico text. Very good job on the logo back here. He did a really, really good job right there. Aeromexico text, logo, and registration, and great job with the livery. Miles just did a really good job. Now, so Boeing 757-200 text right there on the interior of the aircraft, seating, and then just regular stuff back here. Overall, great job, Miles. The livery looks amazing. So, yeah, Aeromexico. Next livery, which is going to be a fan favorite, is America West. Now, whoever did this livery did an look at that! It's so good! But I'm not necessarily sure who made this livery. It could have been Rowan, could have been Miles, I'm not sure. So, whoever made this livery, congrats to whoever you are. You did an outstanding job with this livery. So, I don't think the interior is right, but it's probably not right because somebody got lazy, but who cares, See the logo for the Pratt & Whitney, Rolls-Royce engines, America West text, and I just love the detail they did on that tail. A little cool thing you might not notice is that there's actually a differentiating color of white that's sloping down in lines throughout the fuselage. It's a little hard to see, but as you can see right there, they've put an insane amount of detail into this livery, and they did a great job with it. I love it, great job. Next livery made by Taxiway and I is the American Airlines Astrojet 757. This aircraft has long gone in service, but whoa. Let me retry it. This aircraft has been long gone from service, and so yeah, no winglets, 757 on the tail. It says American with the American flag, American Airlines text with the logo right there. Now what's very nice about American is that they actually preserve a lot of their older liveries, like they currently have this livery on a 7-3. You know, it's really cool that they do that. Unlike some airlines, Delta, it'd be nice if you could do something more than put a sticker on a plane and call it a special livery. We need to start a petition. Alright, no need to show the interior of this aircraft because, like, I mean, it's the exact same as the American chrome livery, so yeah, no winglets. Overall, great livery. So yeah, we also did a livery of the week on this aircraft. If you want to see that, go check out the livery of the week thing. I don't know, I should start livery of the week up. Comment down below if you'd like to see more livery of the week. Our next livery, and probably everyone's favorite livery, is the Trump 757. Aside from my stupid joke I did about 3 seconds ago, let's try to keep politics out of the comment section, please. So here's the Trump 757, livery by Dutch DJ. There's supposed to be an engine decal, but we have yet to add it, and the aircraft is just not yet done. So, winglets right there. I know it's supposed to be white on this side, but on this side it is black with the stripes. Trump logo right there, and on the interior of the aircraft, Dutch was actually going to do the entire interior. Now, he didn't finish, but in the 757 freighter video and the 300, let's say he finishes it, we'll showcase the livery then. So, yeah, the Trump 757, so, yeah, he's got golden seats. I want that. Our next livery is a Titan Airways 757-200 livery by Taxiway, and he was very creative with his detail on the on the aft decals right there for the livery. We have the stars, registration, and it's just a great livery. No winglets, flies with Rolls-Royce engines. Titan Airways is a European carrier that flies in all business class, which Taxiway has modeled over here, so all business class on board this aircraft, and overall is very nice. Would love to get to experience one of these flights. So yeah, Titan Airways 75. Great job, Taxway. And our final livery of the day is a National Airlines 75, livery by Miles and I. So on the underside of the national text, it says www.nationalairlines.com. I love the fact that he actually tried to spell it out instead of just write a blob like I would. Rolls-Royce engines, national logo and text. It has the winglets right here and a miscolored nose cone. This aircraft is very predominant around the New York area, at least from what I've seen from Instagram, New York Aviation Instagrammers at the least. So yeah, I don't think this interior is correct. I might be all economy. I'm not too sure, but I'm not fixing it at this point. I don't care. So yeah, and that is our last livery. Now I know there's more 757 operators, but at this point I feel like the video is long enough, and you want it to be over. I want it to be over. This editing's gonna take a while. So yeah, comment down below your favorite 757 operator and why. And also we want to do a quick announcement that we're working on the server to make it public and everything else. If you'd like to join our Discord, we do have a Discord server. Check the link in the description below if you'd like to join our Discord server. We post a lot of previews of our projects, airplane stuff, flight simulator. It's a pretty cool little community we have right there. So the Discord is kind of replacing our traditional follow us on Google Plus please announcement, because Google Plus is kind of, let's be real, dying at this point, and Discord is the new trendy thing. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching this video. Shout out to all those people that helped make this project happen: Miles, Rowan, Mateo, Taxway, and Keith, and Dush, and Ian from Dash DJ. Shout out to all those, and Scout, yeah, he did some work too. So shout out to all those people who made this project happen. You guys did a great job with these liveries. A 757-300 and freighter video will be coming out very soon in the upcoming future, and that's pretty much all I have to say. Once again, thank you for watching. I'm Jordan. See you in the next episode.